Hello, dear friend, and welcome back. So, today I would like to invite you to join me in a very quick and organized weekly planning. We are going to talk about the most important aspects each day and also which are the best things that you can do so that you can schedule your week in the best possible way to get the most amazing results possible. So before we get started, please let me know, are you interested in seeing more of those weekly plannings and overviews? It's been a while since I've done those and I'm interested in your opinion. Please let me know in the comments. And also I have one amazing gift for you. I'm starting a very special spiritual journey, which will cover a course in miracles. This will be priceless and free for you, completely free. So check the links, join us on Telegram. We are starting from the 15th of August, and I'm pretty sure you will be amazed. So let's get into next week and let's plan together. We begin with Monday, and on Monday, we have one of the most interesting aspects for the whole year. We have the sextile between Jupiter and Neptune. This is the second time we have this aspect, and this is kind of one of the most important topics for this year. Jupiter and Neptune, the planets which are friends with each other, which can help us to be in alignment with who we really are, to focus on our spiritual growth, to increase our intuition. And this aspect may really help you to receive some kind of guidance. What is it that you are supposed to do? Maybe not even just for the day, I mean like globally, more on a general level. What is it that you are supposed to do? So take a moment to listen to yourself, to listen to your inner wisdom, and you might get an intuitive idea or a very strong inner feeling. What is it that you should do? Great aspect for everything spiritual, for anything related to helping other people, for creativity, for growing in all of those areas and getting more wisdom. But first of all, this wisdom will come from inside. The other thing we have on Monday is a quincunx between Venus and Jupiter, which is an aspect that can bring some kind of shifts related to our communication, also how we connect to others in relationships, in partnerships, anything that is related to communication in terms of business and work. There could be some kind of readjustment. Overall, at first, there could be some kind of issue, but over the day, things might solve in a more positive way. Then we also have Venus squaring Neptune. And this is a big one. This aspect can bring some kind of emotional frustrations or disappointments or some kind of confusion. So if you find yourself over emotional on Monday, that's just completely normal. Be careful with everything personal. Relationships, promises, finances, and how you manage your own emotional state. We also have another square between Mercury and Mars, which triggers Cancer and Aries the most. And this aspect may bring some potential challenges in communication, in connection with other people, when it comes to our self-expression. And we can be more impatient. We may want everything to happen immediately. So if you have something that requires more energy, more effort to overcome something, then that's perfect. This aspect will only bring you the strength. But if you need to negotiate with people, find compromises, if you need more flexibility, then probably that's not the best day to plan those activities. The moon is also in Scorpio on Monday, which can add even more intensity. So you can see we start the week in a very powerful way, but there could be some challenges, especially when it comes to communication with people, when it comes to self-expression. We might feel kind of triggered a little bit. And on the positive side, for some kind of insights, for some kind of spiritual practice, or anything that will get you closer to what you really want, the day can be quite positive. But as I said, be careful with negotiation and connections with other people. If something requires effort, then you can definitely schedule it for Monday. But keep in mind that the day won't be like smooth and soft and just, things flowing around. We have to work because there are some quite interesting aspects. Then on Tuesday, we have a minor challenging aspect between the Sun and Neptune. First of all, the interesting part is that the two planets are extremely strong. The Sun in Leo, the sign that it rules, and Neptune in Pisces, also the sign that it rules. So both of the planets are kind of pulling in their own direction. And the Sun wants self-expression. The Sun wants us to focus on ourselves, our individuality, our desires, our passions. And Neptune kind of messes things up. Neptune is about the sacrifice. It's about connecting to other people. It's about intuition, emotionality. So we may feel in between those two strong energies. And we have to be careful with everything that requires attention or a more practical approach. We might struggle with that on Tuesday. So if you need to be very precise, if you need to, like organize things, be very specific, Tuesday is not the best day. But if you want more creativity, more inspiration, if you're ready to just go with the flow and just, allow yourself to be inspired to receive this inner guidance, then that's a great thing for Tuesday. So mostly creative things and inspiring projects that require more intuition. Then on Wednesday, Venus having a creative aspect with Saturn. Aspect which can bring us some kind of shift, some kind of variety, some kind of interesting choices that we can make. And this could be especially interesting when it comes to business negotiations and anything related to connecting to other people. We may need to be more concentrated, to reorganize things, to bring some kind of structure to whatever we are doing. So we can be creative on this day, and at the same time it's about organizing properly. It's about keeping your promises, being very responsible, and following through on everything that you want, because Venus represents our desires and Saturn represents the structure, the consistency, the ability to follow through. So combine those two and you can be quite productive. On top of that, the moon is already in Sagittarius on Wednesday, so energies are shifting all over the place. The moon in Sagittarius can bring us more inspiration, can bring more positivity. Things can definitely get easier on a general emotional level, about the general atmosphere. People can be easygoing, more interested in some kind of adventures or something new, or to learn something or to share. So overall, Wednesday can be quite productive, especially when it comes to human connection, when it comes to business negotiations and committing to your goals, dreams, and the things that you love the most. Then on Thursday, again, we have multiple energies mixing together. Mercury in opposition with Jupiter, major aspect, which can bring again two different polarities or two different energies. And again, we are finding ourselves in between. This may require some kind of reorganization or changing our plans or looking at things from a different perspective. We might struggle with defining our priorities correctly. We may either focus too much on the small things and kind of forget about the bigger picture, or the opposite. We may focus too much on the future, but we may miss what's happening right now. The opposition requires from us higher awareness. So try to be more specific. What is it that you really want for this day? And focus on your priorities. You may find some new opportunities also when it comes to learning new information or sharing it with other people or having some interesting contacts. This is quite exciting. Also, Mercury is having a trine with Neptune. Amazing aspect which can bring us intuition, inspiration, can help us to improve our connections with other people, to negotiate or to express ourselves in a more gentle, compassionate way, which will also allow other people to respond in a better way. This aspect is also triggering the water signs. So we have even more intuition, even more creativity coming our way. So definitely focus on the things that would bring you joy, something that requires this intuition, this creativity, or maybe helping other people. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, to share how you truly feel. This aspect can be amazing also for the inspiration you get. And there is another aspect which is between Venus and Pluto. This is a quincunx, which might bring also some shifts. At first, there could be some kind of tension. We can be a little bit too excited about something, or we might even dramatize a little bit or exaggerate things a little bit. And over the day, things can go back to normal, or eventually we may have some positive results because of the passion that we have invested or the strong emotions that we have invested in whatever we are doing. So the day can be positive both for creative projects. When it comes to work, we may also be productive, but again, the key here is to be very specific about the main priorities. And the moon is still in Sagittarius, so we have this long, larger perspective about things. We have the inspiration coming our way. We can have the vision for whatever we want to achieve. So the day can be quite positive and productive. And then on Friday, we have Venus having a minor challenging aspect with the sun. So emotionally, we might be a little triggered. There might be something that we don't really like or something we want to change. That's the best thing about challenging aspects. It's just an opportunity to make some shifts. So think about what would you like to change. Maybe it's about your daily schedule. Maybe it's about how you communicate with others, about your relationship, about your self-care, also self-love. Those are some major topics for the day. And also Mercury is having a great aspect with Uranus. This is a quintile, which is very inspiring, which can bring us some new ideas, inspiration, insights. We may find those things really fast. You know, this is not about, okay, I have to dig deep, or the Uranus insights, they're like flashlight. They come and get you, and you just have to be ready to take them. So there could be changes and shifts on Friday. You can find some interesting solutions. You can plan tasks that require also a little bit more creativity. But the moon is in Capricorn. So we also have to stay consistent. This may not be like the easiest or most joyful day, because when the moon is in Capricorn, it's more about the responsibilities. What is it that we must do? And what is it that would help us to move forward? It may not be like, you know, the best thing on the earth that we can do, but it's still meaningful. So plan the things that you know are going to bring you some results that require more consistency. But the great thing is that here we have this amazing combination between the Capricorn moon energy and the Mercury Uranus aspect. So from one side, we have the inspiration, we have the insights, the interesting ideas, and we also have the ability to materialize them, to be consistent and get some concrete results. Then we get to the weekend. So Saturday, which also happens to be the first day of August. I just cannot believe we are already at the second part of the year, but here we are. So on the first, we have an opposition between Mercury and Pluto, quite intense, quite powerful aspect, which may trigger our minds mostly. We may find ourselves provoked by certain ideas, and it could bring some tension. We may feel like, oh my gosh, I have to do something, I have to change something, or I have so much energy. We might find ourselves provoked by other people as well. People can treat you in a different way than what you might expect. There might be some secret motivation. There might be even some possible manipulations. So extra attention on Saturday. Keep in mind that the moon is also joining Pluto. So basically it triggers even more this aspect. So communication might be challenging between friends, between people we love, everyone around us, because Mercury is in Cancer. So the family atmosphere may also be more intense. And even socially, there might be some kind of tension. Pluto in Capricorn can bring those, strange situations. And yeah, we really are in those strange times. So be prepared for a little bit more tension, but on the positive side, you can use this day to do something that requires more passion, more consistency, and really change something. Maybe read a book, something that will transform your mind, make some meditations, or also some energy practices. That's one of the best ways to handle with Pluto's aspects. And finally, we get to Sunday, which is also quite intense. So we have a square between the Sun and Uranus. So prepare for the changes, for the unexpected, for the surprises. There might be some tension. There might be something that, oh my gosh, we have to respond really fast, or we just feel like, okay, internally this tension is building up. But if you find a way to do something different, to experiment, some astrology may also help, or reading something that will open up your mind for different perspectives. That's the way to handle with those aspects. But definitely think about doing something differently. Venus is also part of the picture. It has a minor challenging aspect with Uranus. So in terms of relationships, things can be also quite exciting, but there might be some surprises that can find us, well, unprepared for that. And there might be some tension in those relationships. So be careful how you treat people, especially those one you love, especially your partner. And Mercury is having a minor positive aspect with Venus, which can help us to find the compromise, to be able to express how we feel, to verbalize our feelings, our emotions. Even for communication, this aspect may also be positive. So Sunday is quite intense. On top of that, the moon is also having some shifts. So until 2 p.m., the moon is in Capricorn. So we have this stable, slow, really grounded energy, which would mean that you can plan something like cleaning up the house, or organizing your desk, or planning something for the following week. And after 2 p.m., the moon will shift to Aquarius, which means a new horizon in front of us, some surprises, some new opportunities. And generally, we can feel more flexible or ready to experiment. This, by the way, increases the importance of this Uranus Sun aspect. So there might be some real surprises, or we can really think out of the box. We can socialize with people. We can communicate with them. So overall, it's quite interesting. So that's the overview for this week. As you can see, we have so many things shifting for us. And the moon is going from Scorpio to Sagittarius to Capricorn and even Aquarius at the very end of the week. So keep this in mind when you are planning your tasks, your projects, your meetings with other people. And also open up your minds. The most important aspect of the week is this sextile between Jupiter and Neptune on Monday. And it's not triggering us only on Monday. So allow yourself to receive this inner guidance, and you may find some incredible solutions, ideas, and who knows what else. So again, I am reminding you that you can join us in this amazing spiritual journey, which will be focused on A Course in Miracles, which is a famous spiritual teaching. Check the link, join us on Telegram, completely free. For 1 year, you will receive daily inspiring lessons. So I think it will be absolutely amazing. We can connect with others who also share the same interests, and I think it will be worth it, your time and attention. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited. One more note I have for you is that we are very close to opening MarStars Astrology Academy for enrollment. It starts from the 1st of September. So make sure to sign up for the waitlist so that you don't miss when the doors open. Check the links below. I would love to hear your comments, and I will see you very soon. Kisses.